have a little cold. I don't know if that affects my voice, but not gonna stop me. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am continuing with a few more pieces I added to my wardrobe for the spring. Now this particular selection is a favorite of mine. I love to focus on pieces that are versatile, well cut, structured, and easy to migrate into my minimalist wardrobe. So I love this particular selection because the pieces are much more elevated, much more refined, much more classy, you would say. You find more structured pieces, things that would fit into your wardrobe capsule easily. These are pieces I know I would be wearing a lot. So let's get right into it. Starting with piece number one is this white button-up shirt. This white button-up shirt I got from Mango. The thing about button-up shirts are I love to have multiple pieces. I have a lot of them, but I always like the yearly wardrobe refresh. Something about the crisp white. If you're into fashion, you love fashion, you know that a white button-up shirt is one of the foundations of a great wardrobe. I also love to pay attention to fabrics, and because this is cotton, it is just so breathable and relaxed, and it gives that clean, crisp finish that I love for my outfits. And in terms of styling, this is something I can wear with denim, tailored trousers, and even layered over a dress. It is versatile and it's trans-seasonal. I'll be wearing this all year round. I always gravitate towards pieces like this because they create that effortless look without trying too hard. I always say if something can be styled at least 3 different ways in your wardrobe, it is worth investing in. Next, I picked up this satin short-sleeved shirt, button-up shirt as well, that I got from Mango as well. This is a piece I picked mainly for the texture. I like mixing different fabrics in my outfits, especially for the spring and the summer. Satin adds a bit of softness and fluidity, and it naturally looks much more elevated even if the outfit itself is simple. For this shirt, I would probably pair it with denim or something much more structured to create a contrast. That balance is something I like to look out for when I'm putting my outfit together. The cut itself is quite simple, which I think is important when you're working with a fabric like satin. You don't want too many details competing with the beauty of the fabric itself. Next piece is this structured off-white blouse from Naked Fashion. This is one of those pieces I like to have for days when I want to feel a bit put together. This is a minimal piece, but the fit makes a big difference. It gives a much more refined silhouette compared to the oversized pieces. The off-white tone is very easy to mix with other neutrals, so that keeps everything cohesive. The off-white tone is also very intentional. I tend to prefer softer neutrals rather than stark white for certain pieces because they blend more easily with other colors in my wardrobe. This is a piece I would wear with tailored trousers, maybe a skirt, a pencil skirt, or even layered under a blazer. It's very adaptable. Next piece I picked is this button-up shirt I'm wearing. So even though I am a minimalist, I love patterns in the spring and I love to stick to bi-color patterns. So this is just black and cream and that works for me. I love stripes for the spring. They have just that slightly Parisian feel, but they are very easy to wear. For this piece, I like that it's not too fitted. It just keeps that relaxed elegance rather than looking too structured. What I like about this shirt is the sleeves. So the sleeves add a little bit of personality and movement, but it still feels very wearable and not over the top. As for styling, I would wear this with simple trousers or denim and let the shirt be the focus. Now, moving on to my favorite piece of this selection, trench coats from Victoria Beckham and Mango's collaboration last season. So the fabric is 100% cotton, which makes it softer and less rigid compared to your regular trench coats. It has quite a few interesting details. There are openings, slightly unconventional cuts, subtle design elements that makes it feel unique. but at the same time, it still remains very much a classic trench, so it's easy to wear and not too statement. I think that is really important. Even when something has design details, it still needs to feel effortless because you still want them to be easy to integrate into your wardrobe. So I also picked out a shorter trench style jacket, and this one is for mango as well. Whenever I see a cropped trench like this, the first thing that stands out to me is how practical this piece is for spring and for early summer. It gives you that classic trench coat feel, but in a much lighter and more wearable version that works really well for everyday outfits. What I like about this piece is the structure. The short length makes it very easy to style, especially with high-waisted trousers or high-waisted skirts, because it helps balance out the proportions nicely. I am really drawn to lightweight fabrics and clean minimal cuts for spring. It is perfect for spring when you want to layer but don't need something too heavy. The design is just underrated, but that is what makes it versatile. For me, this is my kind of jacket. It fits well into my wardrobe, it is easy to style, and it just adds structure without trying too hard. Next piece is actually shoes. I picked up these black pattern pumps from Fuller. I just absolutely love them. First of all, I love the height of the heel. I really wanted something classic and feminine, and I think a mid-height heel like this is perfect. It gives you that elegance, but is still comfortable enough to wear every day. When I look at these patterned leather heels, the first thing that comes to mind and stands out is how classic and timeless they feel. It is a very simple design, but the patterned finish adds a bit of shine, which instantly makes the shoe feel more elevated and polished. I also love the height of the heels. It's not too high, so it feels wearable, but still gives enough lift to change the overall look of an outfit. Because the design is quite minimal, it is also very versatile. It is the kind of shoe that you can wear for different occasions, whether it's something more everyday or slightly more dressed up. For me, this is one of those finishing pieces that really puts together a look in a very subtle but effective way. And the last item on our list is a pair of sunnies I got from Naked Fashion. So I got this pair, these retro glasses, and it is just so beautiful. Retro glasses have that rounded and bold frame that feels very different from what I usually go for. So I wasn't entirely sure this would suit me. And that's actually why I decided not to splurge on a more expensive pair. I wanted to try the style in a much more accessible way before committing to it. And I think I may be sold. I think they look okay. I mean, what do you guys think? I like them. When it comes to these retro style sunglasses, the first thing that drew me in was the shape. They have that bold, rounded frame, which feels very different from what I'm usually used to. I usually go for much more classic pairs. For me, sunglasses are a nice way to add a bit of personality to your looks without changing the overall style too much. So this feels like a good balance. Something different, but still very easy to integrate into my minimal wardrobe. So those are all the pieces I wanted to share with you guys for this video. I hope you like them. Let me know which piece is your favorite and which piece I should sell on Vinted. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.